Here's Fox, Carolina, waiting on Pastor Chick to pass. He's coming right over here. Let's catch up with him.
Walter Chick McGill. W-A-L-T-E-R-C-H-I-C-K B-M-C capital G-I-L.
Where'd you get the name Chick?
My father's name was Chick, and so I was named Chick before I was ever born. Girl or boy, I was going to be Chick. It really comes from the French chic.
Okay. Okay, cool. I was just curious if it was a bit there or not. Okay, first question. That's the hard one. We got that one out of the way. This whole entire thing you said was kind of calling on God. Kind of describe the process that you've been through from start to this point.
Okay, a year and a half, 2 years ago, I was sampling the homeless lifestyle. I was staying in the desert out in Arizona, and was living in a tent, and God came to me and woke me up at midnight 3 nights in a row. First night he said, I want you to walk across America. I was wide awake at that point, and I said, no, you got the wrong guy. You know, this is for young people. So he left me alone. Second night he wakes me up, he says, I want to talk to you about this walk across America. And I said, I thought we said it last night. And third night he wakes me up at the same time, midnight. He says, I'm serious about walking across America. And I said, okay, you know, you know better than me, so not my will, but down to them. But I can't do this. You know, you're gonna have to do this for me. So just sort of went from there. I told my church people about it. My wife was in Uganda. We were missionaries to Uganda. She was there. I told her about it. Everybody's saying, I think you're listening. You know, they didn't believe it. So, you know, I just kept praying about it. God confirmed it to me. And I told the church, this is serious. I've got to do this. Whether you support me or whether you don't. Whether my wife supports me or whether she doesn't. I have to do this to please God. So my wife finally realized that I wasn't off my rocker. And so she came back to help me with it. And so we planned it for like a year and a half. We actually drove the route, traced it, planned it, met with chambers of commerce, met with you know, church pastors and so forth, civic organizations and so forth, trying to you know, build the program and make sure that we had everything on the right. Because I'm old, you know, I'm 68 years old. Some people say I'm young. It's according to which side of the spectrum you're on. You know, looking at it from my side of the spectrum, I'm getting old, and my body feels old. And this walk is really daunting for me. But God has held me. He's given me strength, even though I suffered the first 30 days. Almost crying at times, crying out to God for help, singing songs, reciting scriptures. You know, 4 to 6 hours of straight walking without a break. It's pretty heavy. So God's sustained me, and now that I'm in South Carolina, it seems like this is a really friendly state, and I'm doing well.
Do you feel like you've gotten a lot stronger through this?
Oh yes, physically. You know, mentally and spiritually, I've been strong from the get-go. Never a doubt. But physically, it appeared I was going to break down. But I've told media before that I was committed. Even if I had to use a walker, crutches, or crawl, I was going to finish my course.
What do you expect to find yourself and just throughout the entire nation after you've completed the course?
Well, I'm hoping to find Americans who are willing to work together in bringing healing to this country. I'm only finding 1 out of 5 people who are pleased with what's going on in America at this point. And Christians are, for the first time in history, being persecuted in a nation that was founded on Judeo-Christian ethics. You know, George Washington said, and I'm paraphrasing, that a nation cannot stand if it's not founded on religious principle. And we see religious principle being given a back seat. In fact, to the lay people, I say this: you know, we're in a game here. America's in a championship game for life. What's happened is God was put on the bench, and then he was ejected from the stadium. And what I think is that God should have been the head coach. And in the Bible Belt here, a lot of people agree with me.
You started in North Carolina, is that correct?
I started at Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, on the Outer Banks. And the mayor of Kill Devil Hills asked me, why did you start your walk from here? And I said, well, you know, first in flight has historic significance. But I said, as a pastor, I really like the Kill Devil part.
That's a good name. That's a good name. This whole entire process, have you found anyone who's just been opposed to your thing?
You know, not really. I've had one or two sort of rejections, you know, not one to talk. No. See, I don't engage people in general. I just let the Holy Spirit lead other people to stop me, engage me, and then we have fellowship. A lot of people stop and say, what are you walking for? You know, that's the big question. Are you really going coast to coast? What's this for? You know, that kind of thing. And that opens up the door to give my cause. And really, in a nutshell, I'm promoting a new birth of freedom and integrity in America, raising awareness to the Ten Commandments and the Golden Rule in our founding document. You know, if we all would just observe the Ten Commandments and the Golden Rule, we wouldn't even need law enforcement. I mean, they could still have their jobs, you know, but they wouldn't have much to do because we would all get along. And that's a no-brainer. Everybody knows it. Everybody agrees with me. Why don't we do it? Well, it's because we are living in our human nature. And Lincoln spoke of the new birth of freedom for our nation in a sense that it's different from the I'm thinking of it more in a spiritual sense, where people have to have a new birth. In the Bible, Jesus said, and you must be born again. When there's a spiritual rebirth, a person gets power, divine power, to be able to observe the Ten Commandments. So that's the new birth of freedom that America needs, to get back on track, to be healed. There's a primary Bible verse that God gave me, and that is 2 Chronicles 7:14. If my people, who are called by my name, will humble themselves and pray, and seek my face, in other words, seek a relationship with me, and turn from their evil ways, I will hear from heaven. I will forgive their sins, and I will heal their land. That's a promise to America. It's a promise to God's church, those who profess to be Christians. And then there's an old saying. It says if you're going to talk the talk, walk the walk. So I'm doing a radical illustration of that one.
It works. Where's the next state you're going to go to?
I'm headed for Georgia. Just, you know, I used to live in Greenville. I was, early 80s, I was supervisor for Bally's Aladdin's Castle in the Greenville Mall. And then I opened a business here with some other investors called Gamers Alive. I was involved in the video game business when it was at its peak. And I also opened a delicatessen at Clemson University. So I have sort of I came through here purposely because of my ties from the past. I'm hoping to connect with a couple of my friends.
Is there anything else that you had?
Well, you know, I just want to say that North Carolina was very friendly to me. South Carolina has been very friendly. I try to connect with mayors or someone representing the mayor in every town I pass through. I give them a little 40-day prayer guide for our nation as I come into the walk. This is somewhat of a historic walk, actually. I'm the second oldest man to try this. And I'm perhaps the oldest pastor that will have ever done it. And probably the first Tennessean to ever do it. So there's some firsts and a second here and there that makes it somewhat historic.
The final lessons about where do you plan on ending it?
Well, I would like to jump into the ocean from Santa Monica Pier, California. We'll see how safe that will be.
Sounds like a good ending spot.
Yeah. You know, here's another, I've coined this phrase, and this is an interesting one. I'm beating a loud drum so that Americans might hear a whisper.
It's a good phrase.
Yeah, that's mine. Well, I can't claim it. It must have come from God somewhere.
Well, that's everything I had.
Okay.